Hey everyone, it's Sports Entertainment with the latest news in pro wrestling. Today we'll be covering details on Bray Wyatt's return to WWE, backstage reports on CM Punk's return on AEW Dynamite, members of NXT's Hit Row reportedly returning on tonight's SmackDown, and many more. But before that, be sure to click that subscribe button so you can stay in the loop with all the great content. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click on the thumbs up icon down below. More details on Bray Wyatt's WWE return revealed. Many fans are expecting the return of Bray Wyatt soon on WWE programming, and a report from Fightful seems to indicate that the Fiend's return is nearing. The belief within WWE is that Bray Wyatt's chances of returning to the company are stronger now that Vince is gone. Fightful also reports that Wyatt's dismissal back in 2021 stemmed from brewing frustrations between Wyatt and Vince. The former WWE chairman was said to be very critical about Wyatt's physique, while the Fiend expressed frustration with his character's lack of creative direction. The outcome of the match between the Fiend and Randy Orton at WrestleMania 37 was a tipping point for Wyatt. Although the former Universal Champion was said to have been hard to work with, these accusations likely came from those close to Vince and were denied by other wrestlers who have worked with him. If the Fiend indeed returned to WWE, it will be one of the most talked about comebacks in wrestling. The Fiend was one of WWE's most compelling characters, but was unfortunately marred by poor booking. But with Triple H now overseeing creative, fans are hopeful that Wyatt will be booked properly this time around. Backstage reports on CM Punk's return. On this week's episode of AEW Dynamite, CM Punk made his long-awaited comeback after 2 months. The current AEW World Champion was sidelined after sustaining a foot injury. During his time away, Jon Moxley became the interim AEW World Champion and is scheduled to defend against Punk upon his return. Punk's return face-off with Moxley made wrestling news headlines, and many believe that the plan is for the two to face off in a title unification match at AEW's next pay-per-view event, All Out. According to Fightful, Punk's return was kept heavily under wraps by AEW. There was reportedly a closed-off area backstage at Dynamite, and many staff and fellow wrestlers were not made aware of his return that night. It seems that the Second City Saint has fully recovered, as the report also states that AEW never considered asking Punk to come back earlier than he can. With Punk's return, it looks like the showdown between Punk and Mox is a lock for the undisputed AEW World title at All Out. Kris Statlander gets injured again. On this week's episode of AEW Dynamite, it was announced that Kris Statlander has sustained an injury. A recent tweet from Statlander provided more details on the injury. According to the AEW star, she suffered another knee injury and will need time off from the ring. This came in the middle of what Pro Wrestler Insider describes as a major push for Statlander. AEW are concerned that the injury might require surgery. In 2020, Kris suffered a torn ACL, which sidelined her for the rest of the year. Kris would make her return 9 months later in March 2021. It's unfortunate that Statlander suffered another injury to her other leg, but the AEW star is confident that she'll come back stronger. And if she made it back after the first injury, we're pretty sure she can get over this one too. Mickie James teases in-ring retirement. Mickie James is considered one of the most accomplished female wrestlers in the industry, with a decorated career that saw her win championships in WWE and Impact. But it seems that James is ready to hang up the boots. Her last TV match was in July, where she lost to Chelsea Green. After the match, she teased retirement and stated that she's going home. To add to the speculations, James responded to a fan on Twitter. She feels she's done with wrestling. No official statement from James has been made regarding her retirement, but if this is indeed the end of the road for her, then what a career she has had as one of the modern pioneers of women's wrestling. And finally, members of NXT's Hit Row returning on SmackDown. More ex-WWE talent are reported to be returning to the company. This time, it's Hit Row's Top Dollar and Ashante Adonis, who's reportedly set to return to SmackDown tonight. Hit Row originally consisted of Top Dollar Adonis, B-Fob, and Isaiah Swerve Scott in NXT. In October 2021, the stable was called up to the main roster under the SmackDown brand, but a month after the main roster debut, the entire stable was released due to budget cuts. Swerve eventually moved to AEW, where he is currently one half of the AEW Tag Team Champions, along with Keith Lee. It seems that Top Dollar and Adonis will be returning to WWE as a tag team. WWE may have plans to restart the Hit Row stable, with new members joining Top Dollar and Adonis, but nothing is confirmed as of right now. Maybe we'll just have to wait how everything plays out on tonight's SmackDown. And that's it for today's news roundup. Thanks for watching. See you again next time for Sports Entertainment News. What do you think of the news for this week? Share your thoughts with us in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, leave us with a thumbs up and don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more great content. Until next time.
Off the ropes, always untamed. On guard when I step in the ring. WWE, all eyes on me. King of the ring, who you came to see? It's a big show, so let your friends know. Only the strong survive. Face to face, look your opponent up in the eyes. Crowd cheering, fan favorite, I'm the main event. Had them all waiting, my finish move, they anticipating.